So this is a technique I'm going to show you. It's called the Collagraph. And it's kind of like collage. I'm sure there's like some Latin, you know, root word there that connects everything. But basically what you do is you kind of create like a textural collage and then you print from it. These are some examples. There's actually like on the back you can see where there's actual texture where it runs through the press and then it picks up the actual texture of like I had a feather and an onion skin, some lentils. Mine was food related and also plants and other stuff. But these are some that we did in college. People used rope, fabric. Some people use coins, keys, all sorts of things. So these are just some examples I want to show you. These are just sequins. So there's like little rope and string sequins. Cut paper will make a texture and it will actually print. This one's a little inky, but they used a plant and some other fabric. This is just really textural, like acrylic paint. If you use acrylic paint with like the modeling paste in it, it'll give you like textural brush strokes. That will print. A key, some coins and doily things, more fabric and stuff. One of these has actually a Band-Aid on it, which is kind of gross, but also just to show you that anything will print basically. Yuck, a Band-Aid. But and then some other just stuff. It can't be super like thick. It can't stick up from the paper way high, but it's going to run through the press, so it's going to kind of get squished down. Last year we had tacks and things that we used in it. And if you're going to do it, I'm just going to give you a hunk of mat board, and then you can find all sorts of little random things to glue on there with the Mod Podge. You'll have to make sure it gets really well coated, and you'll have to kind of weight things as you glue things down. This is mine. See, I used yarn and some other little pieces of yarn, some other like raffia. I put this glitter on here. I think it's going to give it a little texture. And then I've got like this wire mesh. I've got a little coin I stole off my candle. Some paper clips. Just some kind of random things. If you want to make a picture out of it, you can. It's up to you. With the cut paper, with the fabric and things, you can actually make a picture out of it. The samples that I showed you, there's lots of different colors on them. You can do these in multiple colors. So that's kind of the cool thing about these. And then what I use is just a paintbrush to kind of make sure it gets into all the little areas. And again, you can use more than one color. You're going to want to, in your addition though, they're all going to need to be kind of essentially the same. So you're going to want to make sure that you try to get the same colors in the same areas. You've got to hit this with a lot of layers of Mod Podge when you build it because you're going to be inking it up and you don't want things to fall off partway through your addition. That would be bad. Almost as bad as running out of a color of ink, right? So you got to kind of really work it into all the cracks, crevices, textures, so we get good texture. And the more you ink it, the more you print it, the better they tend to come out. Everybody knows the first print kind of comes out not so great, but later into it, they get better. Stiff brushes work good, because you can really, even the really soft ones don't work as nice. You can blend these colors on there if you want to, that's fine. Yeah, the whole thing needs to be covered with the ink and as much into all the little deep spots and all the little textural areas as you can get it. Stiff brush works really good. My brush is a little bit soft for this. Okay, then just like with the engraving or the etching, we need to scrape off some of the excess off the surface of it. Too inky is not good, we all know, and it won't show the textures as well. You gotta kind of pull off on the top, on the surface. We want to get what's inside of it. So your hands are gonna get nice and inky. Paper. Turn it over and spritz it. And then I like to dry it off just a little bit between the, and for whatever reason, wet paper will soak into all the little cracks and crevices a little bit better, so a little bit wet paper. Okay, Michael, come over here and get a good shot of this when it comes off. Okay. Gonna pull it off. This one.
It looks terrible.
No, it doesn't look terrible. It looks like what it is. Thanks very much.